What happened the last case you worked with Navarro?
That was good. Till it wasn't.
HBO's True Detective Night Country has been one of 2024's standout shows so far, bringing us an intense season led by Jodie Foster and Callie Reese under new showrunner Issa Lopez. After years of thinking the series was done for good, Night Country smashed records with the highest viewership in the franchise's history, prompting HBO to quickly greenlight Season 5. Even though the Night Country finale is still fresh in our minds, it's never too early to start speculating about what's next for the gritty noir anthology. Keep watching to find out what we know so far about True Detective Season 5, like who's returning, who's not, and how long we might have to wait before it hits our screens. It's going to be a while before the next season of True Detective starts production, so don't expect much story info anytime soon. However, Night Country writer and director Issa Lopez is already working on it. In an interview with Variety, she revealed that she's in the writing process for Season 5. While she didn't spill any big details, she did drop a few cryptic hints about what's coming. It's a blast. It's completely different. Different characters, different setting, different story. And I'm enjoying it like crazy, Lopez said. When asked if anything from Night Country would carry over, she kept things mysterious, saying, "I still can't tell, but I think you will be pleasantly surprised." Honestly, we're not sure what that means either, so we'll just have to wait for more updates. HBO officially renewed the series for Season 5 back on February 22nd, just 5 days after the Night Country finale. Considering how popular the season was, the announcement almost felt a bit delayed, but there was a reason for the wait. HBO also confirmed that Lopez will be back to write and direct all episodes of the new season, just like she did with Night Country. That said, there are still a lot of unanswered questions after the Season 4 finale, but the big one on everyone's mind is, what's Season 5 going to be about? It might actually be better to leave Navarro, Danvers, and their snowy town of Ennis behind as its own standalone chapter. While Night Country had some strong new elements, the best direction for the series could be to continue with standalone stories for each season. As for Season 5, a fresh location is a must. Not everyone loved Night Country, including the show's original creator, but one thing everyone agreed on was how cool it was to see the story set in the remote, frozen landscapes of Alaska during the months of total darkness. Issa Lopez really nailed it with the setting, using the beautiful, eerie visuals of Iceland to stand in for Alaska, with wide aerial shots and constant snow flurries adding to the isolation. For Season 5, Lopez should pick a new place, maybe somewhere even farther than Alaska. How about South America? In an interview with NBC News, Lopez shared how she initially wrote Navarro as a Latina character, but after learning more about Alaskan culture, she made the character part Dominican, part Inupiaq. She explained, "The more I understood about the specificity of the landscape, the more I realized the character should come from the same culture." She also drew inspiration from her childhood in Mexico City for the dangers in Ennis, similar to her film Tigers Are Not Afraid. A change of scenery might be surprising to fans, but True Detective doesn't have to be stuck in the US like other anthology series, such as American Horror Story. Giving a prominent focus to Spanish language and culture could be just the thing to bring new energy to the show. One of the most unforgettable aspects of True Detective Night Country was the horrifying corpsicle, a haunting image of frozen bodies that set the tone for the season. With Season 5 now greenlit, fans are eager to see what the next nightmarish crime scene might look like, especially after how chillingly effective the corpsicle was. In earlier seasons, memorable crime scenes served as windows into the minds of the killers. Season 1's ritualistic murder of Dora Lang, for example, was unforgettable in how it revealed the twisted psyche of her killer, who treated his female victims as dehumanized objects for his deranged worship of Carcosa. While Season 2's acid-burnt Ben Caspier and Season 3's rigor mortis prayer didn't quite hit the same level of impact, Night Country brought back the shock value with its cluster of frozen male bodies. Director Issa Lopez pulled out all the stops to bring the corpsicle to life, even consulting filmmaker Guillermo del Toro, who connected her with the talented Dave and Lou Elzey of Igor Studios. Drawing inspiration from horrifying visuals like The Ring's Deathface and the grim Rat King phenomenon, the team created a scene that was grotesque yet mesmerizing. Interestingly, Lopez didn't set out to make a statement with the icy pile of naked men. She told the LA Times it wasn't intended as revenge. However, the scene stands out for subverting the series' history of women as primary victims, instead showcasing male victims in a disturbing, justice-driven narrative. By the finale, the corpsicle takes on deeper meaning, revealing its ties to justice against the Solol men for crimes they had never been held accountable for. As Lopez returns for Season 5, fans are hoping for another brilliantly grotesque centerpiece to kick off the next mystery. After the corpsicle's success, the bar is set high for a crime scene that's just as gruesome, thought-provoking, and unforgettable. All things considered, the 5th season of True Detective has one critical task: addressing the storytelling missteps of Night Country. While Issa Lopez delivered some stellar moments in Season 4, the show stumbled in its middle episodes, often favoring style over substance. To make Season 5 a standout, Lopez needs to sharpen her focus on how the horror elements serve the narrative. A prime example of Night Country's missteps was the unresolved supernatural teases. Take Navarro's unsettling trance at the end of Season 4. Ruptured eardrums and a chilling connection to the spirit world suggested something big was brewing. Yet by the next episode, it was as if nothing had happened. Navarro was back to her duties without explanation, leaving viewers scratching their heads. The suspense was built up beautifully, only to be dropped without payoff, undermining the impact of the supernatural elements. This doesn't mean the horror aspects should be abandoned. Quite the opposite. The inclusion of eerie supernatural moments brought a fresh edge to the anthology, but they need to feel integral to the plot, not just decorative. Lopez has shown she has the knack for creating macabre imagery and atmospheric tension, as evidenced by the haunting corpsicle crime scene and the overall mood of Night Country. If she can channel that same energy into a more cohesive narrative, Season 5 could elevate the series to new heights. Despite its flaws, Night Country broke viewership records, proving Lopez has a vision that resonates with fans. Season 5 has the potential to build on that success, provided it balances its horror and noir elements with tighter storytelling. With Lopez's creative flair and the lessons learned from Season 4, the next chapter of True Detective could be its most thrilling yet. And let's not forget that True Detective Season 5 has an opportunity to cement itself as the most daring chapter yet by leaning even further into its horror roots. The series has always been at its best when it blends crime thriller elements with the visceral terror of the unknown, as seen in the cult-inspired dread of Season 1. While Night Country embraces horror with chilling homages to classics like The Thing, its supernatural teases often fell short narratively. To evolve, Season 5 should fully integrate its horror influences into the story, avoiding unnecessary callbacks and instead using fear to deepen its characters and themes. And that's all we know about the upcoming movie. Thanks for watching. If any new updates come out, you'll be the first to know. We'll keep you updated, so if you could give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.